There are some things that make a man more attractive, and for Sigma males, these quirks can be the difference between going unnoticed and turning heads. Sigma men are often the most attractive when they embrace what makes them different, even though they are the most misunderstood type of man. They are also called lone wolves because they are independent and don't like to hang out with many people. However, they have some traits that make women so easily attracted to Sigma men. Without further ado, here are 10 of them. 1. Challenging women. Most men try to make women happy, but Sigma males do the opposite and challenge them. They usually do it in an interesting way, but the point is to see what she can and can't do. By asking her questions about what she knows and what she thinks, they can find out if she's the right woman. Sigma men are very smart and logical, and they can challenge women in many different ways. They don't mess with women's minds, but they do ask tough questions that require her to use her brain. They like to see how women react and if they can stand up for themselves in a tough conversation. Even though Sigma men challenge women, they are not trying to be better or more powerful. They only want to see if she has something upstairs and can think on her feet. This intellectual stimulation keeps conversations interesting and lively, making the Sigma male very attractive to women who don't like to be bored. 2. Their mysterious confidence. Everyone knows the overconfident alpha male who needs to be the center of attention and make sure everyone knows how great he is. Many people are sick of him bragging and acting like he's better than everyone else. Some women might find him attractive, but for most, his act can get old fast. Sigma men have a different kind of confidence. They are quiet, mysterious, and rarely brag. This makes them seem like a puzzle that needs to be solved, which makes them very appealing. They don't feel like they have to brag or prove themselves, but they are still sure of who they are and what they can do. Sigma men often have the ability to get people's attention without making a big deal about it. Alpha males will never understand this because they have to talk big to feel like they've done something. Quiet confidence is always better than bragging. Different kinds of confidence exist. The alpha male may talk so loudly that no one else can hear him and show his dominance in an aggressive way, but the Sigma male can sit quietly, say what he really means, and still get the girl. From a scientific point of view, women like guys who are calm and collected. This is because the stress hormone cortisol harms the immune system, which makes stressed out guys less attractive. 3. Their aversion to conformity. Sigmas are all about independence and freedom. They don't like being put in a box, and they often question what's already happening. This doesn't mean they don't agree with social rules or norms. They just don't like to follow blindly. Before committing to something, they want to make sure it makes sense. They like to think outside the box, go their own way, and live their lives on their own terms. Women are attracted to your independence, but it can also be taken as a sign of arrogance or immaturity. Often, a Sigma man will stand his ground and not back down, even if it means losing the battle. He cares a lot about staying true to himself and his values, which can be very attractive to the right woman. This lack of fear can be very attractive to women, but if you do it too much, it can seem aggressive or even egotistical. For example, alpha males are more likely to find a middle ground, while Sigma males tend to stand by what they believe in, even if it means being alone. This feeling of freedom lets Sigmas live their lives the way they want and never settle for less than what they want. The only problem is that if Sigma men don't agree with other people's plans or ideas, it can be hard for them to fit in with them. But the fact that a Sigma doesn't want to fit in is what makes him so interesting. His independent and unique point of view can bring something new to the table. 4. Intellectual curiosity. Sigma males usually ask questions and want to learn more about a subject, while alpha males tend to act like they know everything. They are always looking to learn more about the world around them and understand it better. Because they are intellectually curious, they seem more open-minded and willing to try new things than other guys. Women like men who are smart and curious because it shows that they pay attention to details, which can be very attractive. They aren't afraid to question common knowledge or try something unusual to satisfy their own intellectual curiosity. Women like this quality because it shows that a man isn't afraid to try new things or push the limits. Sigma men also tend to be more philosophical and ask deeper questions that can really make people think. Most alpha males don't do this because they are more concerned with how they look and trying to look strong. 5. Enjoying time in solitude. Sigmas don't need to be around people all the time, and they often prefer being alone. This freedom gives them a mysterious air that many women find appealing. They aren't afraid to be alone and enjoy their own company, which is something that alpha males often struggle with. Being comfortable by yourself means you don't lose your cool when you're alone. Sigma man doesn't need other people to make him happy or feel good about himself. This makes him seem more confident and attractive to women, who often find men who don't need constant approval from others more attractive than those who do. Sigma males also need time alone to think about their lives. This can be very attractive because it shows that they are willing to work on themselves to be the best version of themselves. 6. Their unique sense of style. When it comes to fashion, Sigma men are more likely to make their own style and to follow trends or conform to social norms. They don't have to fit in, so they often choose clothes that show who they are. Many women like this attitude because it shows character strength and a sense of independence that is hard not to admire. Sigma men are also more creative when it comes to what they wear. They have an eye for details and know how to make even the most basic pieces stand out. Even though many Sigmas choose simple clothes, they still know how to make a statement with what they wear. Their specialty is picking out looks that are comfortable, and they often choose quality over quantity. They don't dress to impress, but to show who they are and feel good about themselves. A Sigma man doesn't have to fit into a certain mold. He just has to wear what makes him feel confident and put together. A woman is drawn to this way of dressing that is both easy and cool. 7. Their amazing visual memory. Sigma males have a great visual memory. They can remember a person's voice, how they looked, or even specific details from a conversation. This is because they are always very aware of what is going on around them. They are always processing information and taking in details, which is how they can remember such a huge amount of information. Because they pay attention to their surroundings, this is a very attractive trait. Sigmas may look like they are daydreaming, but they are really just taking in their surroundings. This makes it easy to explain something to a Sigma man because they can picture it and remember it almost right away. This visual memory also helps when remembering people and details from conversations, which often leaves people impressed and curious. When a Sigma tries to describe something to someone else, that's when things go wrong. They may have a clear picture in their head, but because their thoughts move quickly, it can be hard to explain it. It seems like they take in information too quickly, which can make it hard for them to explain their ideas in a way that other people can understand. This happens a lot, but it's not a big deal in the long run. 8. Figuring out what people are thinking. Sigma males try to guess what other people are thinking or feeling, even though they can't know for sure. This is because they have a lot of emotional intelligence and can pick up on subtle signs from other people. They are often known for being curious and inquisitive, which means they might try to figure out what other people are thinking. They can pick up on small clues that most people wouldn't even notice. This helps them figure out how someone feels or what their plans are. This trait is very attractive to many women because it shows how smart you are. A Sigma male can often figure out what someone is thinking without them saying a word, which can be very comforting. They also know when not to push too hard for information and when it's best to keep quiet and listen. This careful balance can show a lot of care and respect for the other person, which can be very attractive to many women. However, Sigmas can sometimes let this trait get the best of them because they don't know when to stop. It's important for a Sigma man to know how far to take this intuitive ability, because if they push too hard, it can make them seem intrusive or even nosy. This trait should be used carefully and with care, but when done right, it can be very tempting. 9. Ambition without arrogance. Even though alpha males are also very ambitious, they often come across as bragging or cocky. They are proud of what they have done and love to talk about it. The goal is often more important to an alpha male than the journey itself. No matter what it takes, he wants to be known as a winner. A Sigma male cares more about the process than the end result. He doesn't need to be known as the best or most successful. He just wants to feel happy and proud of what he's done. He works hard because he wants to, not because he wants other people to like him. Sigma men are also driven, but in a more modest way. They want to succeed, but they want it for the right reasons. They are driven and determined, but not at the expense of others. This makes them stand out, even if they don't always reach the top. This is a sign of true humility and character that women always notice and respect. 10. Being highly organized. Sigma males are the most organized people in the world. They are good at getting things done quickly and well, and they often do more than one thing at once. Women can find this skill attractive because it shows that he knows how to keep things running smoothly and gets the job done in an orderly way. Sigmas are also known for paying close attention to the little things and making sure that everything is done right. This can be a good thing because it means they pay attention to the little things and don't let anything fall through the cracks. Usually, their office or home is spotless and everything is in its place. This neatness and order can be very attractive to women who like things to be in order. Of course, not all Sigma males are perfectly organized, but this is often one of their strong points. Most of the time, they can't sleep in a cluttered room and will always put things back where they belong. Being organized can also be seen as a sign of reliability and responsibility, which are both very attractive traits. The organizational skills of a Sigma man show that he is capable and trustworthy, which makes him even more attractive to women who want a reliable partner.